Gimme, 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 gimme. Sorry. Let me introduce you. Hey, oh hi, if it's your first time here, my name is Adenike or Olori Esho, and this is our baby, our 8-month-old baby Nimi. A lot of people had complained about not seeing him on the channel lately, and so I figured I would bless you guys with an entire video just about him. Exciting, Abby? Okay, so this is going to be what a day in his life looks like. He actually turned 8 months today. Super exciting. So typically he wakes up at about 7 a.m. or sometimes 6:30 a.m. in the morning, and you know, he might play. Look at how he woke up. This was not how he slept. He was one that turned, and you know, sometimes he just wakes up and is quiet and is just playing by himself. Other times he's crying for us to carry him, but on this particular day he was just chilling, so I just left him and gave him some toys to play with since he wasn't crying. So when it was time, I picked him up because he's still nursing. So yes, it was time for his first feed of the day, and I picked him up to just play with him and then feed him and not look at milk. This was after he was done feeding. I sat him up so I could burp him gently, like I always do. And he was just looking at the camera here and wondering, like, what is going on today? So once I was done burping him, I put him back in his crib so he could keep playing by himself. Like I said, this particular morning he just woke up and he was just chilling, so I appreciated it. So I went about doing the things I needed to do, and when it was time, I picked him up for his bath. You ready for your bath, baby? Are you at the beach? Are you at the beach having fun? Look up. Look up. Look up. Look up. You like it? So yeah, I wanted to show you this hat thingy that I used to wash his hair, and he loves it. I've shared it on my Instagram before. If you're interested, it's in my Amazon shop. The link is down below in the description box. It keeps the water from running down his face and makes our lives a whole lot easier. And he's like always playing whilst I'm washing his hair and everything. It's like xylophone or something like that. It's so easy to put on and take off. It works for us, anyway. I just wanted to share that with you. So yeah, once he's done with his bath, I dress him up for the day and, you know, put him in his playpen, his play area, so he could play a little bit whilst I work on his breakfast. On this particular day, I wanted to take some pictures as well, so I made sure it was looking extra cute. So yeah, so he would play by himself in his playpen until sometimes he'll cry. On this particular morning, he was already crying. He just wanted to be picked up, so I picked him up when the food was ready and we sat down to feed. I don't even know why, but at some point during the morning, it just became cranky, and that just took a different turn for the entire day. Even when feeding, you would still be cranky, and maybe it was the teeth, or his teething. I just assumed that it was that, but it suddenly became a long day. But anyway, back to what's happening. Yeah, so he ate his breakfast. This was his breakfast, and finished it like he normally does, and then he started crying again. And at this point, I was starting to wonder what was going on. I left that part so you guys could see how he tries to talk, and he likes that particular cup, so I always give him so he can play with it. So once he was done eating, I put him in a skip hop so he could just play for a little bit, like 5-10 minutes, whilst his food digested. And I tried playing with him a little as well. So by this time, it was time for him to take his morning nap, and typically the only way he would fall asleep is if I back him. So I had to, firstly I changed his diaper, cleaned him up, and then I backed him using the carrier that I always use. I just find this a whole lot easier compared to using a wrapper. I don't even have a wrapper safe, so I guess that's also part of the issue. But then this works easily, for us. It's also on my Amazon store, as well, if you're interested in this particular carrier. This was about 10-15 minutes later. He was already knocked out for his morning nap, and he ended up sleeping for about an hour, maybe 10 minutes, an hour, 10 minutes, thereabout. Once it was like 20 minutes of me carrying him, I just called Tosin to come help me put him down so he could continue his nap. That's typically what I do. So once he woke up, I started hearing him making noises and, cooing and trying to talk and all of that. He wasn't crying at this point, so I picked him up, and then I was like, oh, perfect time to take our pictures. So we took some pictures. Okay, I'll show you guys. Well, no, if you want to see what the pictures look like, then please go to my Instagram page, Adenike Adebayo. Okay. So when we were done with the pictures, I put him back in his playpen with his toys and begged him to please just chill out and play by himself, because that's what he typically does. I was just so surprised and caught off guard by his mood on this particular day. And he played for a couple of minutes, about 10-15 minutes, but after that he started crying again, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I couldn't get any work done. He just wanted me to carry him. I tried to put him in the skip up. As you can see, he just wasn't having it. He just wanted me to carry him, so I did. Yeah, so we just kind of chilled. I was able to respond to some emails, do a little bit of work, and then at some point I put him on the floor right in front of me and he played. By this point, I was tired, so I just kind of put him down again after playing with him for a little bit, and I was like, please just play by yourself, it will still be lunchtime anyway. And by then it was crying all over again. This was like midday at about 1-ish, and he was just, oh Lord, I had no idea what was going on. Eventually I was able to calm him down. I started singing and clapping and making him laugh. And then he started eating, and he was able to eat his food and finish it, which quite frankly I was super grateful for. And then by the time we finished, Tosin came to help out with also cleaning him up and spending some time with him as well, because I mean, he could hear all the crying that was going on, or that had been going on. So yeah, you just kind of chilled with him for a little bit before giving him back to me and continuing with our day. So once Tosin was done playing with him, I put him down to sit in his playpen area and gave him his toys to play with, which was for about like 5-10 minutes, after which it was time for his afternoon nap, which like he naps at certain time every day. So yeah, I backed him once again, and this time it was knocked out. I guess he was so tired from all the crying and all of that. It was just knocked out within like 3 minutes of being on my back. And then when he woke up, he was a bit chilled. So I was saying, yay, well, I hope this is going to be the mood for the rest of the day. He spent some time playing in his play thingy area, and then he started crying. God, at this point I was just like, God, give me grace, give me strength, you know, because I was tired. Tosin wasn't home at this point. And then I said, you know what, do you want to get in the skip up? Let's try it. Just you know, play in your skip up. And then he stayed for a couple of minutes, and I was so grateful for the peace and quiet for those few minutes. But then again, it was time for him to feed. So this was lunch proper. At this point it was about 3:03 in the afternoon, and he needed to eat again. So he seemed to be in a good mood, you know. This time around, it seemed like his mood was getting better. He ate his food and finished it, which I was so happy about. I always like it when he finishes his food. It makes me really happy, because I feel like when he finishes his food, he's less cranky and less tired, and he has more energy to play. So yeah, at some point Tosin got back, he sat down with us, we were talking, and when we finished we played with him again. But then it was cocomelon time, and I was so happy that it was cocomelon time, because I knew it was going to calm down. So this was after his lunch. Typically when he wants to watch cocomelon, I always make sure that he starts out sitting to watch it. So typically he might sit for like 30 or 45 minutes, and then I was just changing out his bib here. After which I will now take out the chair and then have him just get some tummy time, some much needed tummy time. But at this point it was time for him to take his multivitamin, and that was what I was giving to him here. At his last doctor's visit, the doctor switched his vitamin D to a multivitamin, so he's taking a multivitamin now. So yeah, once he took it, I just, like I said, put him on the floor so that he could fall on his tummy and then get some much needed tummy time. You know, he's crawling now, slow but steady. He's starting to pick up his pace and all of that. Super excited. That's why we got the gate by the way. So by this time, Cocomelon was done. I needed to watch Hallelujah Challenge. So join in on Hallelujah Challenge. So when Hallelujah Challenge finished, I put him back in the skip up to watch Cocomelon whilst I prepared for the night, because it was evening at this point. It was about 6 p.m. So once it was time for his evening bath, I picked him up and then just played with him like I always do. I like to play with him to start his day and to end his day, just so I can pour some love into him. After which I, took him to the bathroom and gave him his bath, dressed him up in his PJs for the night, and then brought him back to the dining table for his dinner. And at this point, he was starting to calm down. I guess he was also tired from the activities of the day. At some point, I actually told him, so sorry, you had a long day today. No, he didn't understand what I was saying, but I just felt the need to tell him. But I was equally exhausted at this point. He was just tired. I was tired. Tosin was tired. It was just a long day for all of us. And I didn't want to not upload it just because it wasn't like a fun day or whatever. This is the reality of being a mom, yeah. So that's pretty much what the day was like for Nini. After which, I just burped him. I rock him for a few minutes and he's out. Put him in the script, and then it's due tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't. I pray God blesses you, your homes, your marriages, your relationships. Most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Remain in God and God bless you. Bye.